Hello friends, I hope you're doing good. So from today, we are going to see a little more in depth in Java. Uh, I think this is very useful if you are very experienced Java professional. So these things will be very useful. From today onwards, I will make series of videos. So today, we are going to start with JConsole. So JConsole, what is JConsole? JConsole is a application profiling tool or Java metric tool, metric and monitoring tool. So this is coming as part of your JDK. So if you have JDK, then there is a equivalent one which is J Visual VM. J Visual VM is also one of the metric and monitoring tool. And JConsole, if you are using only OpenJDK, then there won't be a JVisual VM. It will be JConsole only will be available. So today we are going to talk about JConsole. So what is JConsole? What is the use of it? I think this will be very useful session, guys. For especially if you want to master in Java, how the memory management and threads are there, how many threads are there, all those things if you wanted to see, this tool will help you a lot. Guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. I have created many videos on Java, on Vertex, on general topics as well. Please do watch my videos. I hope it will be very helpful. Please do subscribe to my channel. So without wasting our time, let's go to JConsole. So to start with JConsole, first we should have a Java program running. So for that, what I have done is I have written a Java program. This is a simple Java program, guys. It is not necessary this Java program you have to. You can create any Java program, but only one condition is to connect to a Java program and analyze that program with JConsole. That Java program should be up and running. So if you write only a simple Java program and a main method, just put 10 SOP statements, maybe it will take a second to execute and finish it. That you cannot monitor. So to monitor it, that Java program should be up and running. So for that, what I have done is I have written a thread class. So if you see here, I have written a simple basic thread class. Inside that, I have put an empty while loop. Its condition is true. What I am doing is I am making this Java program run for a longer time. So this is my thread class, and inside that run method, I have a while and always true. So whenever you start this thread, this will be keep on running. So this is the one way to keep your program alive. So it should not stop. So if it is stopped, then we cannot monitor that program. So now what I have done in the main method, I have created a thread. For that thread, I have started. So just SOP. So I am not doing anything inside this Java program. The whole thing of this session is not about Java program writing a thread. So definitely we are going to create series of videos from now onwards, all in-depth concepts. So related to memory, how to monitor, how the memory is allocated, all those things we'll be seeing. What is the garbage collector used, how it works, everything we'll see one by one. Okay. So now this program I'll run. So what it will print, it will just print that thread is started. After that, nothing, but it will be keep on running. I'll show you how it will. I'll just right click and then run as Java program. So if you see here in the console, thread is started, and if you see here, it is still on red. So which means if it is stopped, then it will become grayed out. So this program is running now. So this is the first thing you have to do. The second thing is you open a command prompt, and once you have already opened JDK and set the path, then from anywhere you can use JConsole command. So jconsole is the command. So the prerequisite, guys, we have to have Java and set the path. Once you set the path, then just enter jconsole. Jconsole, then it will open a new window like this. Okay, it will open a Java monitoring and management console. Jconsole is Java monitoring and management console. And if you see here, there are two processes. So one is on jconsole, we don't want. Whatever we have written, the class name is jconsole test. If you want, you can see that, guys. See, the class name is jconsole test. So this is running on this PID 29284. Okay, just choose that PID and then connect. And then once you connect it, it will ask for secure connection failed. That is okay. Click on insecure connection. That's all, guys. Now you can monitor all those things here. If you see in the overview, so there are four boxes, four metrics. One is heap memory usage, threads, classes, and CPU usage. So it will show what is the memory is being used. So every 5 seconds it will show graph. So here also, what is the number of threads alive, and then what is the CPU has been used. See, CPU is going up and then came down. So here these are the number of classes loaded. 2164 classes has been loaded. See, guys, when you run a single program, single Java program, so many classes will be loaded behind behind the scene. So this is on the overview section. And once you go inside memory, so here you will have memory graph. So how our memory is being utilized. So this is the place where our memory is being utilized. Here, guys, if you see here, we have two types of memory, heap and non-heap. So it is currently pointing to heap memory usage. If I click on non-heap, then it will show here. This is my heap usage. So you can switch between non-heap and heap. So inside this chart, again, you wanted to select, if you want to select many things, like I wanted to see only memory pool of hidden space, and then I wanted to see the old generation, and I wanted to see survival space, I wanted to see meta space. Different memory sections are there, right? All those things you can see here. Those are all will come under non-heap memory usage. And here heap memory usage is this. So this is one thing, the memory profiling you can do. And you can perform a GC also if you want. If you perform a GC, then see immediately the curve came down. So the garbage collector will sweep out the unwanted objects. So then we can go to threads. So we can see the many threads available. So how to find out our thread? So our thread is this. If you click on this, the name for the thread is default name, which is allotted by thread scheduler is thread 0. How am I saying that this is our thread? So if you just click on that, it will show you the package and complete by com.happy.thread1 is our class name, and it is started by jconsole test. So if you change the thread name, so by using the set method, then here that particular thread name will be available. So this is about the threads. So it will show all the threads available. And then the next tab is the number of loaded class. So the number of loaded, what is the number of loaded classes are available, all those things it will show here. And then this is also very important, guys. This will give lot of details. If you see what are the live number of threads, current classes loaded, and the current heap size, maximum heap size, pending finalization objects means sweeping out objects, committed memory, garbage collector, so G1 young generation, collection 2, total time spent 0.37. So G1 old generation. See, these are different metrics are available. The information is available here. So what is our total physical memory, free physical memory, total swap space, free swap space. So many details are available. So this is, I think, very useful. Um, so once you run our program, if you have a PID, we can connect to that PID and then start profiling that. Like if we can observe for a longer time. So how much memory, like whether it is going, it is increasing, keep on increasing. After certain point of time, we will get out of memory. I hope this is very useful, guys. So we will utilize this in future sessions also, JConsole. So thanks for watching my videos. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.